Hello, 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 and welcome to the Summoner Wars Showdown. This week we got a matchup between TheFinalMe playing Tundra Orcs and Stufty playing the Breakers. A little bit of a David versus Goliath match. Stufty's very new to the league, and TheFinalMe has been in Division 1 before. We actually check FinalMe's here in 7th and on the current rankings as the season ends. Yeah, they're about to get bumped down to Division 2, where Stufty just joined this season, I think. Oh no, League 4 and is doing really well. 9 wins, 1 loss. So an up and comer. All right, the match started a few minutes ago, so I'm going to hit play and we're going to watch and go through these first few turns. So TheFinalMe starting off with a aggressive strategy with Grognak, immediate for glory. And we'll see how these dice work. 3 hits with no pushback damage. That's pretty lucky. And do we get the... I expect the reroll. And no luck there. Mind control is used by the Breakers and Stufty, switching that fighter around, hopefully trying to get some frenzies and playing a more defensive strategy, protecting the gates. The fighter attacking Grognak, getting the frenzy, and we're going to see how long this goes with another 2 damage on the gate. Is there another one? No, there is not. Deceiver attacking the fighter, no damage there. And just using up the last of the attacks with these units that are going to be hard to counterattack. Smasher joins, attacks the Deceiver here, easily kills. More damage to the gates. And this will get stupefied, but it doesn't matter, you get the full 2 damage. That's pretty uncommon. Gets the frenzy, but decides not to use it, wanting to protect that, that spot on the gate. And now we're caught up. This is where the game is at this moment. You can see 2 movements just got used by Stufty. Going to try to attack the Smasher here, but I think he's second guessing it, considering the pause at the move phase here. And it is a risky attack, because if you don't get the 5 wind to connect on the 6 health, you eat 4 damage to the face on the next turn. 6 after that. And that might be a, okay, cool. We attack with the Wind Mage and we push the Smasher up. We do not get the kill. But this Wind Mage, I'm just realizing, should attack this fighter and push this Wind Mage in protecting that spot. No, going for the stupefied damage, or sorry, the engaged damage instead. That's an interesting decision. Is definitely, and that's why. Perplexing Tempest prevents the Smasher from moving, which means that it will not be able to reach Takulu and get the damage here. We've got some other... it's hard to do this commentary without someone to bounce ideas off of. But I'm just going to keep talking, because if you just want to watch the game, you can go to the game link. That will be in the description of the video. The Smasher. I guess what I can do here is think about, to try, like, from a teaching perspective, think about how I would act, not being able to see the cards, but just without anticipating the cards. What would I do if I was TheFinalMe and Tundra Orcs in this position? Well, you definitely want to move that Smasher up to attack the Wind Mage, because you have 4 attack. You might as well use it. That's another 4 attack. And it'll be interesting to see whether the Smasher just takes the engaged damage by moving over here, or if the Smasher stays there and tries to finish off the Deceiver. I would take the engaged damage, going to protect the Smasher. That's an interesting one. I was almost sure that it was going to move down here. And going for the engaged damage here to try to attack one of these Wind Mages. Is the last move a fighter here? Because then it would be, then it would make more sense because you have 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3 attacks. Likes the odds, gets the kill. Attacking with the Smasher, likes those odds too. That should kill. And now I think you're kind of seeing the drawback, attacking the gate and getting it. Now that was a choice to eliminate the gate rather than the second Wind Mage. What I would have done there was moved the Smasher here and attacked this Wind Mage and attacked this Wind Mage with this Smasher, especially because this guy's no longer protected and you can use Takulu move up, mind control the Smasher, and immediately smash the Shaman right there. But there's definitely different areas of thought. Now, I guess the thing to do would be to try to think what I would do from this perspective as Takulu. Definitely move Takulu over here. You'd want to kill the Smasher if nothing else. Actually, what do you want to do, or would you want to protect her? She does have the full 13 health, but you've got options. All right, I'm resuming the recording because I need to eat some food. And we're going to hit play on the turns here. Takulu does move over. Wind Mage moves back. And we are seeing that attack happen from Takulu. Switching around the Smasher as I expected. And an unlucky 3 out of 4. You really wanted to kill that Shaman there to get some magic. Shifting the Smasher over this way was unexpected. I would have shifted further away to Takulu to avoid that happening, which I saw happen, which is why I'm not surprised. But this is a very interesting play by TheFinalMe. Getting the 2 attack, getting the Brutal Force, playing Primal Fury straight out, which I'm not sure if I would have done. And shifting over, this is definitely what you want to do because you're getting a massive 10 dice on Takulu and takes her health from full all the way down to 5 right here. Now there's another option if we go back a little bit. At this point, what you could have done was attacked with the Smasher right here, Brutal Force Takulu over this way, and then shifted Grognak right here, which would have trapped Takulu and blocked the summoning space. It also gives you more of an escape for Grognak if you get bursted in return. The downside of it is then Takulu's in a much more central space. So she's able to use stuff like Mind Capture, Mind Control, Blast a lot more effectively. So it's a trade-off, and I'm not sure I don't think TheFinalMe made the wrong decision, just a different decision than I would have made. And let's see the movements that just happened. Okay, so what was that? Oh, Hypnotic Call. So here is Stufty's turn. Hypnotic Call used to just take out that charger right there. Very effective. Summoning a Wind Mage, shifting Takulu back, shifting the Wind Mage forward. And it looks like the goal here is to clear out the Smasher more than it is to clear out Grognak. Although you could go Takulu attack Smasher, hopes for 3 or more. Yeah, that makes sense. Mind captures the Smasher, Wind Mage attacks Grognak, shifts the Smasher down, Smasher attacks Grognak, and now you're surrounded by a Smasher here, a Wind Mage here, a Gate here, a Deceiver here, with no escape attempts. And so those really small decisions, like deciding to use the Smasher's attack, or use Grognak instead of the Smasher's attack, can make huge consequences in a tactical game with these positioning problems. This is really Grognak's worst nightmare, is being surrounded by this. Of course, Takulu could just miss the Smasher. And then even if you get the kill with the Wind Mage, you're in such a better position. Let's see what happens. Yep. And do you get it? You get it. Big mind capture, and I expect the Wind Mage. Yep. As planned. 2 damage, so this is going perfectly. Shift the Smasher down, and then we see the 4 melee come into fruition right here. And a perfect dice luck, bringing Grognak down to 6 health. That is and Perplexing Tempest just to finish it off. Freeze is pretty important. That's going to be used on the Deceiver to avoid, I'm assuming, engaged damage. If Grognak has a second Primal Fury, then you have some options here, because you can kill the Wind Mage, kill the Smasher, and back out with Primal Fury and try to protect yourself that way. Alternatively, if you have a Brutal Force, you can try to get the 5 of 5 with the Shaman by killing the Smasher with Grognak and then just firing down with the Shaman through the open lane. Going for these small little movements because of Perplexing Tempest. There's 4 Glory, and I think we're going to be seeing that 5 out of 5 strategy come in. Here's the attack with Grognak. This gets it. It is a Smasher. That was guaranteed. And then, ooh, I think that wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have the reroll just in case. That is a massive swing, and that is the game. Good plays to both sides. It's really interesting to see quick games like that. And I'm gonna pause the recording and message our competitors to come in and join for interviews. Oh, unless they're here already. Well, pause the recording. Hello. How are you doing?
Doing well.
That was an exciting game. Are you the final me or Stufty?
Yes, I'm the final me.
Got the trophy here and everything. I was just talking when the recording was off about how much Massimo's improved the game log. And this one sticks out to me. You inflicted twice the wounds that Stufty did in that game.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I'd actually checked this out yet.
Yeah, although I don't think it counts mind capture, so that would throw it off. So this would be a little more.
Man.
Yeah, but that was a really exciting game. How did it play out
I was
from
shaking.
your perspective? Especially when you got cornered in the middle of enemy territory there.
Right. Yeah, I was wondering. I was pretty excited about the move that I'd made right before that, but yeah, after the hits there, I was getting a little nervous.
I was thinking, I'll share the screen again. That at like this moment, at this turn, you could have gone with attacking with the smasher first. Not to, like, you played super well. You did stuff I wasn't able to, so I don't mean to nitpick. But in the interest of learning, right here, I thought maybe you could have attacked with the smasher, knocked Cthulhu over here, and then brutal force and had Grognak one more, so you had an escape option. Did that occur to you? And if so, why did you choose the route you did? Because it clearly worked out for you.
Yeah, no, I hadn't. Yeah, I hadn't thought that. But yeah, that probably would have been a better move. No, I was just thinking the deep dive and the protection with the gate.
With the gate, that makes sense.
I think that was more what it was.
Yeah, and it's hard to expect the huge counterattack that came with the wind mage right afterwards too.
Right, which was a really good play too.
It was like you each threw like 2 haymakers, but yours landed first.
Right. Which, yeah, the hypnotic force on was really good too.
Yeah, that made a big difference. Because otherwise you would have been able to just tag Cthulhu with the charger in addition to the shaman you had, and your odds would have been way higher. That freeze was just to prevent damage on the next turn.
It was to make sure that Grog wasn't
immediately
lose attack.
Yeah,
but I guess it was a smasher, so I wasn't thinking.
And that was a clutch roll.
Yeah, I was stunned when I saw it. I thought I was going to lose.
It was I'm trying to think of good interview questions. What for the people who don't know you, like I didn't at the start, what is your history for Summoner Wars?
Oh, I started playing it in undergrad, but then I never really got into it until I left school. And I took a gap year between then and grad school, and I decided to get back into the game. And so I actually bought my own copy for the first time after I graduated undergraduate. And yeah, then was kind of just playing, but it was kind of, out of the, there wasn't a lot of like public stuff going on. And so when Summoner Wars 2 came out, I was really excited because then I also got to have the online, and I got to have, more interaction with the community. And so that was a lot more active than it was
for sure
when I was starting to play, which was like really at the tail end of Summoner Wars 1.
Yeah, I had left before that. I just got involved in high school at the time and didn't realize they were still making decks. So what was it like in that like 2015 and onwards until the beginning of second edition? In the sort of like in the tail end of first edition.
Really, it was just like me playing with other people around me. I really didn't get the chance to kind of expand or get online or anything very much. So it was just a little bit of, it was really just me and some of my close friends or family that I was playing with.
Nice. I'm envious. I got one guy into second edition, and that's been it so far.
Yeah, I don't get a very consistent play for Summoner Wars 2, but I mean, I play most of my games online at this point.
So hi guys, I finally got my headset running.
So, hello.
Congratulations for the win.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. I thought I was going to lose.
Yeah, actually, when I moved into this corner, I already thought, oh, this was not the best idea. But yeah, didn't expect all the combos coming up. So
good game though. Good game.
yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
As I showed the final me at the start, we got the game log for Massimo here, and there's some interesting stuff to reveal in this game, particularly the inflicted wounds. Even though it doesn't include mind capture, the breaker, you were just able with your 4 glories to muster so much offense.
Yeah. So everything surviving with one life left was a little annoying. Yeah. And the shaman was the piece that was leading me to lose this game, surviving this blow from the, I don't have the words right now, the smasher.
Yeah.
But actually, the freeze was a very good thing. If I would have survived the way I could not do much, I couldn't move anything near.
There's no real counterplay there.
Yeah, yeah, I was lost then.
I was planning to try to take out the wind mage with the charger if I hadn't won, and so I was a little worried that would end up dying, and so I wouldn't have a blocker there. So I was thinking with the freeze there that would be helpful to kind of I mean I was really thinking about the deceiver preventing damage, but then I'd forgotten about the smasher because it's my own unit. I wasn't thinking about how it would be taken with the specials, but anyways.
Yeah, it went well. So
how did the game go from your hand management perspective, the part that we weren't able to see on the recording? Were there like certain draws that you had to get rid of or tough decisions you had to make?
So I got mine in my champs. I had to waste them because it got too intense. There was no way to playing it, and I had to keep hypnose and stuff on the hand to be ready because everything missed so far. So
yeah, the hypnotic call came in, was very effective getting the kill there. It tricks out the game log. The game log says that you had 0 destroyed units, but that was because it was all mind captures and hypnotic call, deceiver damage, and such like that.
Yeah,
that is funny. Yeah, so hand management. I think, I discarded my first freeze and my first brutal force. But those were fairly easy decisions because
you know you got a second one.
Yeah, I knew I had a second one. I didn't, and then I got the second brutal force the turn right after that. I held on to it, I think. Because I think for that one, because I also gotten what's it called? The where Grognak moves. The
Primal Fury?
Yeah, the Fury. I had gotten a Fury at the same turn, so I was thinking I could try to combo the Brutal Force and the Fury. And so I held on to it for that turn. And I charged in, I think the turn after. But besides that, it was just, trying to keep my magic level fairly high. I mean, so I think I discarded a shaman. And so I mean, it wasn't like super difficult when it came to those decisions. But I mean, I'm glad the way that I played it out, because it gave me a lot of options.
Yeah, actually, I thought much about where do I build my wall, and I decided to not build it into your way because I wanted you to move into the free space, but I didn't accept that this is going so bad.
What turn was that?
Yeah, the wall on the left. I placed it
this
there.
One right here?
Yeah. Instead, I was thinking about placing it in the way of Krognak. So there's no way here exactly. So I could have placed it on the left side of my summoners between the two walls to make sure nothing gets there. But I kind of thought it was a good idea to let him in.
Yeah. Bait him into the rush.
Yeah.
So you would have put it right here, you said?
No, one right, probably.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. But I was bossy.
Because then you would also get the shaman.
Exactly. I would get the smasher on my side, hoped for a kill at the shaman, and then I would be safe for now. But yeah, I was scared that he will rush from both sides, and then I'm definitely in a cage, not with no movement at all. So I hoped he will move inside here, and I have at least some play left with my hypnosis and taking over his units, as I did, but not
and it was
effectively.
Close.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in this position, I thought you had a 1. And
I mean, I thought he had a 1 too.
Yeah, but 5 on the shaman is really, really hard throw.
Yeah, no, it was definitely lucky.
And he, but yeah, I think the move going to the corner was the decision that made me lose in the end.
Yeah, it can be, because I was when you did that, I was thinking it was the right move, but you just didn't have the options to get Takulu out of there.
Yeah, actually, I was hoping to get a blast or anything, but nothing came up. Just units in the end.
Yeah, I think that if I'd not gone in for the dive, I probably would have tried to crowd the 10 health gate. And so in some sense, the gate on the other side does feel like a good move. So, I mean, I think it could have gone either way in some sense. But yeah, no.
So it could have been.
So I would have tried to crowd the 10 gate. So going for bringing my, like that.
The fighter down here.
I would probably have moved the smasher up to hit the wind mage. And
that makes more sense.
Right. And so then it would have really closed in and I probably, maybe the shaman up or some other unit. I don't know. I don't remember what I had in my hand particularly.
Maybe summon something here. So you just had this.
Yeah, the summon. Right. And so then you could only summon behind those.
Except for this gate, which would have been very important at that point. Oh, it
right. So if it had
been here, gotcha.
Right. So, yeah, I think I had a decent position. So, I mean, I don't know that the 5 gate was the worst play in the world because having that option means that I'm not crowding all of the gates.
Yeah, because if you tried to dive in from this way, you'd get hit from the left here. So you had to, if you were going to dive from the right, and that allowed Stufty to set up the combo. It's just that you had a combo in response to the combo.
Right. Yeah, the bigger combo. Yeah, actually, that was what I was thinking, to place the gate on the left side to be able to get my units from there, push you away again, and get out of this corner. But yeah, way was blocked already.
And I did think it was a smart move to put it here instead of on A3 instead of B3, because my default is to just place it a knight's move away to maximize the summoning spots available between the two. But by placing it all the way back on this left row, you make it impossible to crowd at the same time that you crowd.
Yeah, and I need the space because the breakers, live from moving stuff around, and so
they in particular like having the two columns to shift things.
Exactly.
I'm having a lot of fun with the annotation feature, if you can't tell.
Seen that.
That's working well.
All right. Well, is there any final thoughts that you guys want to share about this game or about Summoner Wars in general before the recording ends?
So actually, I'm really surprised. I started playing with the first edition.
Yeah, I didn't hear your story. What's your story for it?
Yeah, I don't have a big story. I started to play. My sister is a friend of Massimo. And he started this, I don't know, a long time ago with the first edition. We even had some tournaments in a Magic shop, but I think we were just 8 people getting together. But yeah, this was already fun. But the second edition, it's much better. I think it's more dynamic, and yeah, it's getting the game on. It's really good, and I'm really surprised how much tactics and knowledge does come in here.
Yeah, it's super complex.
So
I think it's interesting that the deck, the Tundra Orcs, who are just smash, might have the most complexity of any of them. The Breakers are the other. I do like that you played these two factions because I think these are the two that have a claim to be the most complex.
I would have thought Cloaks, but
true. That's a good point.
That's
I feel like
so
Cloaks,
much movement. Yeah,
you can default to like you have some bag of tricks that you can use though, like final form blocks. Put the guild machinists in the summon them next to the enemy unit so you can attack twice. So you like have these principles like opening theory that you can stick to, whereas that's a lot harder to do with Tundra Orcs and Breakers. So even if there's more branching options for the Cloaks, you're able to whittle them down faster.
Oh, I have a question. Favorite build symbols?
Ooh. Gameplay wise, I feel evil for saying it, but I really like the dark decks, the self-sacrifice. It was one of the things I really enjoyed about Summoner Wars First Edition was the sacrificing your own units. Although I hated doing it with decks like the Vanguards because it just didn't feel right.
Yeah. I think it's got to be this one, why can I not think of the daring one? It's pretty solid. I mean, my favorites are the cave goblins. So cunning.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, cave goblins and Tundra Orcs.
Yep. So that's a good one, and then cunning again is really a good one too.
Yeah, I like darkness, growth, and probably spirit. I like the combos. I just like when your own units get to do things with and interact with the team instead of just hitting the opponent. I mean, that kind of goes back to first edition. My favorite deck to play was Gardener Muglug, where you just built up the swamp with the apprentice mages.
So is that the Shrek Shrek build?
The Shrek build, exactly. I'm gonna say Earth, Darkness, Harmony, Shrek build. Perfect. What's your favorite, Stufty?
My favorite? Oh, I don't remember the first edition so well, but yeah, I definitely like the breakers very much. It's always fun to pull off some stupid tricks, blast units somewhere else, and yeah, totally surprise your opponent. I really like that. And there's not much, so not anything else. I really play every deck. I don't care much, but favorites are the breakers.
Gotcha. And here's all the symbols if someone's wondering.
Yeah,
Okay.
Steve, that's its name.
So that was great. Thanks for the game and the commentary. And yeah, I will be off now.
Thanks for stopping by. I'll stop there.
Yeah, great matchup.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good day, everybody.
So see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.